in Week 2. The Colts won an instant classic in their first matchup against the Jaguars. Can Jacksonville avoid the sweep? The answer comes your way next on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now. They go play action here on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And his drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Griffin. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. From the 24, Griffin over the middle, he's got Chenault. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They'll run with Robinson, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the shotgun, Griffin. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 87 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
First and 10, Taylor now. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. The Colts at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Wolf. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They're giving some different looks here defensively. They're going to get to him his first 5 passes with a big 3rd down coming up. He's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wolf. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Griffin. Here's a screen for Robinson. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Griffin. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. On 1st and 10, Wolf. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
These 2 teams met earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught by Watkins.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone and touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Griffin finds his tight end Ingram, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 2, now Griffin. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Griffin. Buying time to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Griffin. And Ingram holds it in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
3rd and long. It's Griffin. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On the return, it's Rodgers. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. might want to take that course.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Griffin. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got him in. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Powering his way forward. Oh, he sheds himself free. Down the left sideline. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here, punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football. Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On the counter, it's Taylor. It's a room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it 14-10. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
That one to the sideline and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Pushes him over. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Give him 16 yards on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wolf.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
The passing game for the Colts finding.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay.
First down. Wolf. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ashton Dulin as the first half is winding down. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin out in Houston, and it is the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown reception. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And you can see there, it's the visiting L.A. Rams who have the lead in that one. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. Finally, the
second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
To try again after the sack. Griffin, and he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Griffin. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On 2nd and 9, Griffin looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. He completes this to Sutton. Touchdown, Jaguars! Cortland Sutton, 41 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Griffin will try and throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, 1st down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he's got room. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Quez Watkins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 11 now. Griffin, and a dump off here to Robinson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Griffin steps away to his left. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Three quarters have come and gone. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Off the bootleg. Wolf rolling to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Off the play fake. Wolf. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly. As
we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Griffin. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Once again, Griffin toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done.
Throwing again, Griffin. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing again on second down. Griffin got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now Griffin on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Colts on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Wolf. And this one complete to Doolin. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Wolf. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Being chased out left. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now it's Hines. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We got them now.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory and a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share with the whole team. whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones had to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it